Jupiter rules and loves three nakshatras, Punarvasu, Vishaka, and Purva Bhadrapad. The nature of Punarvasu is of restoring that what has been lost. The nature of Vishakha is to intensify that which has been restored. And the nature of Purva Bhadrapad is to spread the light of awareness, the wisdom that has been gained by intensifying self-penance, self-growth. So you see, Purva Bhadrapad is the culmination, the flowering of Jupiter, Sri Guru. Purva Bhadrapad is very special for me and for all meditative beings, since the realized ones are perfectly aware of the depth and the maturity that this wonderful, pious, divine nakshatra has. Purva Bhadrapad is one of the most pious nakshatra. In simple words, Purva Bhadrapad signify the maturity value of Jupiter. Maturity value is the amount due and payable to the holder of a financial obligation as of the maturity date of the obligation. Similarly, Jupiter's qualities manifest in totality in the nakshatra of Purva Bhadrapad. Purva Bhadrapad is the maturity value of Jupiter. When moon occupies Purva Bhadrapad, then the desire to be pious, the desire to attain knowledge, the desire to attain wisdom, and the desire to share knowledge by expanding the network of friends and followers is more than usual. The most striking quality of Purva Bhadrapad is being human. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. Perfection is an ego trip. The very idea of perfectionism drives people crazy. The perfectionist is bound to be a neurotic. He cannot enjoy life till he is perfect. Perfectionism is a neurosis, it is an illness, and the more you try to become perfect, the more frustrated you will become. Being human means not to chase perfection, but to chase excellence. Strive for excellence, not perfection. Excellence is attainable when you give your heart and soul to the work that you do. In other words, when you are total in whatsoever you do, then and only then excellence is attainable. And so the key to attain success, the key to experience a happy life is by being total and not by being perfect. Always remember, the pursuit of excellence is gratifying and healthy. The pursuit of perfection is frustrating, neurotic, and a terrible waste of time. Purva Bhadrapad, ruled by Sri Guru Jupiter, is interested in attaining excellence and not perfection. And so moon in Purva Bhadrapad simply fires up this tendency of chasing excellence. The beauty of Purva Bhadrapad born natives is that they are humanist. To them, humanity matters above all. And so these fellows don't try to be perfect. They emphasize more on being human. Remember, don't try to be perfect. Just be an excellent example of being human. Out of all the 12 zodiac signs, it is only Aquarius that is truly dedicated to be an excellent example of being human. Aquarius is a highly humanistic sign, and Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra falls in Aquarius zodiac. The sign of Aquarius comprises of three nakshatras, Dhanishta, Shatataraka, and Purva Bhadrapad, three padas. So it means that the fourth pada of Purva Bhadrapad falls in the sign of Pisces too. Moon in Purva Bhadrapad in the three padas of Aquarius sign is more social and more interested in networking than the moon in Purva Bhadrapad that falls in the last fourth pada in Pisces. Moon in Pisces is more religious and more traditional than moon in Aquarius Purva Bhadrapad. It is like the twins. One is dashing, dynamic, and a humanist, while the other is very religious and conservative. Being human, fighting against inequality, advocating for human rights, Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra is all about being a Robin Hood or being Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was an American Baptist minister and an activist who became the most visible spokesman and leader in the American civil rights movement. Martin Luther King Jr. had his moon in Aquarius Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra. He was a total Aquarius man who fought against injustice, who fought for human rights, who fought for the black Americans who were denied basic human rights in the US. On October 14, 1964, Martin Luther King Jr. won the Nobel Peace Prize for combating racial inequality through nonviolent resistance. That is the power of Aquarius sign. Aquarius is a highly humanistic sign. It is unconventional when moon is in Shatabisha Nakshatra. However, it becomes more louder in being righteous when moon is in Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra. Being the nakshatra of Jupiter, righteousness can manifest in form of following religious dogma or following community guidelines while fighting for equality and human rights. So, humanist or being human is the primary goal of Aquarius sign, irrespective of which Aquarius nakshatra one belongs to. A typical conservative person or God believer will do a certain act of goodness because he wants to receive blessings from God or because he wants to accumulate good karma, punya sanchay. So there is a hidden agenda behind such a man's good act. But a humanist will simply give food to a starving person out of love and compassion, and that's all. And that is why a humanist always says that if you are hungry, I will offer food. If you are thirsty, I will offer water. If you are cold, I will offer warmth. If you are in need, ask and I will give. If you are in trouble, ask and I will help. And I do not do these things in hopes of being rewarded or out of fear of being punished. I do these things because I know them to be right. I set my own standards and I alone enforce them. That is how a true humanist is. It is really a pity that many people feed dogs or cats or fishes or birds for a certain selfish reason. But there are very few, very few who simply offer food out of love, out of compassion. They don't do it to strengthen a planet or remove any doshas or as a remedy. They just do it because they want to do it. That brings joy to their heart, a smile on their face. I love such men and women. They are very rare to find. They are truly special in the eyes of God, and most of them certainly have some connection with the sign Aquarius, because only Aquarius has the humanistic quality. It will do, but it will do out of compassion, and only such an act of compassion reaches God, and God takes care of such beautiful fellows, fellows of heart, fellows who are truly the shining stars of this human world.